This is a second in a series of what is convergent media useful for. I talked about education and textbooks and that kind of thing. I talked about PR, I talked about marketing. But let's say that you are in a city where it really needs a new police station or fire station. And you have held 2 or 3 different campaigns to try to get voters to say yes to it. And even though you really need it, and your old place is falling apart, it gets defeated each time by 500 votes or 600 votes or 700 votes or whatever. A convergent media approach that can take different kinds of media, that it goes from text to video, back to text, to interactive resource, to photograph, to whatever. Maybe in a convergent resource, you could show them this is what this new thing would look like. This is what this new building would do. This is how it functions. I guarantee you that people will spend longer in that convergent media resource, partly because they get to control how they look at it. They're not just watching a video. They will spend longer in that resource. And because they spend longer, the high likelihood is that they're going to be more persuaded. Now, let's say you were in a city of 200,000 and you kept failing by 500 votes. Do you think if you could get that convergent media resource to some undecided voters, you would get another 5 to 6 to 700 votes? I'll bet you could. Related to that, convergent media is also good for any kind of topic that needs a compelling explanation and persuasion. I thought about this years ago when Tesla was just getting started. I've always been interested in alternate forms of energy, alternate forms of moving a vehicle, whether it's gasoline or electric or hydrogen power or whatever. When Tesla first started, I thought, and they weren't getting a lot of people at first, I thought if they did a convergent media thing on this, where they show them the factories, they talk to some of the people who are making these things, they show people who are actually testing the car, they see how their testing is like in the factory. They tell that whole story through multiple kinds of media, which the person gets to choose how they consume it. By the end of that convergent media resource, do you think that they would be more persuaded, at least, to go out and try it? I'm convinced that they would. And now, when we're talking about hydrogen vehicles, the same thing would be true. People don't know what that is. They need to find out what that is. They need to know how it works. How is it going to be different than a regular gas-powered car? In a convergent media resource, you can do all of that and build an audience far quicker, so long as you can get that app to the people who will really use it. That's when it becomes phenomenally effective.